That's fun.
Yeah.
Hello again. Welcome back to the Sci-Cast. I'm your host, Dr. J.
I'm Heyman.
And this is episode 27 on the undead.
Ooh. So, the undead.
Zombies, if you want to be specific.
Well, well, we can go any undead, I guess. But zombies would probably be our main topic.
Yeah.
Reasons being, my brother is supposed to be unafraid of anything but the undead, so that gave me a good topic to talk about.
A slightly irrational fear.
I think it's very irrational, but...
Yeah. But some people are different.
So, now, I got this nice new shirt someone gave me, so I thought I'd wear it for the podcast.
I'm sure that person will enjoy it.
Judy would enjoy it, see me in it. So
now it's on YouTube. So.
Yeah. So now, here's the thing: is zombies.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to explain, but there's different zombies and different ways that zombies can be around. So scientifically speaking.
Because here at the Sci-Cast, we're all about the science behind it.
Yes. So now, could a zombie invasion happen?
I know it sounds very far-fetched because mostly it's those crappy horror movies with the zombies and bloodfests and the teenage killings. And
well, it probably wouldn't happen the same way as in the movies.
You know, it's action-packed.
Well, I mean, okay, come on.
It probably would be pretty action-packed.
It would probably be pretty action-packed. Now, here's the thing, though. I don't think a zombie would be as easy to kill as it is in the movies.
Now, would these zombies be fast or slow?
See, that depends. Okay, first of all, it depends on what kind of zombie. If it's a virus zombie, okay, a zombie that was taken over by, controlled by a virus or a parasite,
yeah,
I believe it could be fast. It doesn't destroy the body, it just changes the mental abilities of the person. Okay?
Okay.
So their physical abilities are still there. They just now have a thirst for blood.
Which has always irked me.
Well,
because, let's say they see a normal human being, right? And they all flock to it to eat him up. And then while they're eating him, he turns into a zombie, right? Because he's got infected. Then he stands up and he's like, I'm a zombie now. And then they just realize that he's no longer a...
Well, no, I don't think that would be the case.
Or would they continue to eat him?
I think they would continue to eat, because the virus won't transfer into the other person until... period. But let's say 5 are saying they're eating one guy, and another guy comes running by.
Yeah,
they might stop and go after that guy.
Because I'm sure, you know, the peripheral vision, fast moving on, you got to go chase it down.
Exactly. But
let's say you didn't. Would they just continue to eat him until there's nothing left?
I don't know if they would continue to eat him until there's nothing left, because they would still probably have the instinct of when they're full, they're full.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But 5 humans, man-sized humans, could probably devour.
Yeah.
You know.
Or even a larger group too.
Yeah. So I mean, depending on.
So that would also indicate something about the change in their, pheromones or something. I'm guessing, so they can recognize each other.
They could.
You know, not necessarily recognize, but not see it as a food source.
Yeah, I mean, it would probably. They'd probably smell pretty bad too.
I would think so.
So I mean, the biggest thing is, if this was a thing, you could probably rub stuff on your clothes.
Sure. To
get them to think you were a zombie.
That's actually a very good premise for a movie. I did it again. I'm always thinking about.
So the other types, fungus controlling you, which is totally different from a virus or a parasite.
Yep.
Literally starts to form in your brain.
Yeah.
And take control of you. Okay, from what I could guess, it would be like a mouse trying to fly a jet.
That'd be tough.
Well, yeah, because the mouse won't really know what it's doing. You know what I mean? So, Yeah, you would probably stumble around. You wouldn't be that fast. But
Now, what kind of jet are we talking about? A World War II fighter or an like an F-16?
probably World War II fighter. But you get the gist there, you know.
I understand.
Because the spore won't know, the fungus won't know how to control you. I mean, after a while, it probably would learn how. You know, evolution.
Now, would this be assuming that the fungus has some kind of cognitive function?
Well, yeah. I mean,
because that's another step we haven't really taken, because fungus, i.e. mushrooms, they're not really. Although there's talk about them being looked at as an organism and not a plant.
well, it is kind of organism because I mean, fungus literally grow almost anywhere and they live off of other things.
Like parasite,
Well, it's kind of like
a parasite isn't really a plant, so.
Well, no, but this
Although
is the plant version of your parasites. So I mean, it could happen, and it does kind of happen because an ant. There's an ant that gets infected with a certain type of.
Yeah, a very famous mushroom called the cordyceps mushroom. Once it finds its host ant, in this case, there's different cases where they affect different, mostly insects that have been found.
Well, I think it's all insects, but.
And it gets into the spores get into the brain, and after about 3 weeks it takes to gestate inside. Depending on the mushroom, like the ant one, where it makes it
3 weeks, I believe it is.
I guess loses its self-motor function and it kind of just climbs to
Well,
I remember it was climbing the branch.
Well, the thing is that it has to get to a certain height, certain temperature, and everything.
Yeah.
So, it has to be at the right temperature, at the right gestation place, so it can blossom the rest of the way. So it can bloom and spread its spores again.
Right.
So
basically, it goes up there and just dies.
Yeah, it sprouts to its head and dies.
You keep talking. I'm gonna see if I can pull up that video.
Right here.
Well, this way I can put it up to the camera.
Oh. Well, I can. But any which ways, so that's two different types. Now there is other types of, I don't know what just happened.
Okay, let's see if I can get to. This is from a BBC special on the cordyceps mushroom. I'm gonna get to head to.
Hold on.
Load up here.
So any which ways, besides the fungus and the virus and the parasite, and there is a parasite that actually is in about 60% humans.
What was the name of it?
Couldn't tell you. My computer just shut down by complete stupidity.
Why'd you hit the power button?
I didn't. I hit the power up. Yeah.
I
was nowhere over here.
Well, what is that?
That's the page up.
How is that going to turn it off?
I don't know. I didn't touch it.
You got power?
Yeah. See?
Okay.
Should. It's plugged in. Okay. Unless you unplugged it.
No, I didn't unplug it. Just making sure.
So, any which ways.
Oh, damn it. Okay. Let's see how this works.
I could just put that in.
What?
Edit it in.
Could you?
I could. Any which ways, go ahead.
I want to see how it works. See if I can bring it up real close. Come on, let's skip ahead here. Oh, here we go. Here's a time lapse. See, it's coming out of the head right now. The ant is already dead, obviously, here.
Yes, it does kill it. That would kind of suck being alive.
It sure would.
And having the fungus grow out of your head.
Do we know how long it takes?
says 3 weeks to
Well,
make it.
Okay.
So from gestation to death is probably around 3 weeks.
That's a big mushroom. There's some more mushrooms. More mushrooms. Okay.
Let me see.
Here's some different insects that have these. But here, I'll show you the specific one. These entanglements. So.
Yeah, well,
I'm just saying it doesn't grow that fast like a worm or something.
Really, doesn't it? It might. See? It takes 3 weeks. So, anyway, Troyes.
Yeah, anyway.
Since my computer did a glitch on us.
Okay. Cordyceps mushroom ants. We were on to the parasites in humans. Are you talking the specific ones about that start in rats and go to cats and then into humans?
Okay, well, that's kind of what it is.
Cells with a V.
Who cares? They knew what I was talking about. There it is. There's a certain toxoplasma.
Toxoplasmy, that's it.
Gondia, or whatever. Gandhi.
I'm going to guess. Yeah, toxoplasmy anyways.
Okay, so the life cycle of this parasite is in the digestive system of cats. The parasite reproduces in the cat's intestines, and the eggs of the parasite are eliminated from the cats when they take a crap.
Yeah.
After 3 to 4 days, they have matured enough.
Wait, this is we're a family program here. Loosen their bowels.
Okay. Mature enough to go on to the next animal host. Out in the wild, that animal is usually the rodent, rat or mouse. They ingest the eggs.
Excrement?
Yes.
Yeah.
In the dust are from cat droppings. After ingesting the eggs, the parasite then goes into the bloodstream and takes up housekeeping in the various places in the rodent's body. While in the rodent, the parasite develops into an immature form that will allow it to infect other cats when it is eaten.
When it eats the
rodent.
So it's the circle of life.
Yes. Kind of. So now how does
it get into humans?
It get into humans. Well, humans can come along with it. The problem is that rodents are naturally afraid of cats and will avoid them at all costs. The poor parasite is now stuck in the immature form,
right,
with no means of reproducing itself. At first, it seems like a very stupid way to make a living. I mean, seriously, it's kind of is stupid. I mean, why would you go into something that would normally...
If you want to be in a cat, you wouldn't want to gestate into
a rat.
A creature that is afraid of
rat. Exactly. So, now what this parasite does...
On the other hand, if you want to be captured by a cat, being in a rodent is probably not a bad idea.
Probably not.
Because cats always catch mice.
Yeah.
But anyways, for the sake of the story,
the toxoplasma has a few tricks in its DNA.
Yep.
Okay. Studies have shown that when the rats are infected with the parasite, they are less afraid of cats.
I think it affects a particular part of the brain that houses your fears or inhibitions, I guess you could say. At least that's what I know.
According to this website, when they did a study, they placed non-infected and infected
for a control group.
And the ones that were infected, when they smelt cat, they didn't hide.
Right.
The control group hid. or scurried away or whatever they did. The other thing they found is that the ones that were infected were much more hyperactive. So
could you say, hypothetically, because they didn't mind the cat smell, do you think that maybe this parasite deadens their sense of smell?
Well, it could.
I'm just saying a possibility.
It could be a possibility. It could totally eradicate the sense of smell for cats.
So that way they wouldn't know when a cat was coming around.
Yeah, but it also makes them hyperactive too.
Yeah.
So
they're making a lot more noise in it too.
But usually, don't rats run away when they see stuff anyways?
Yeah.
So
I guess it'd make more sense to have them want to enjoy that smell. Okay, let's say hypothetically, they say, a cat. Hey, I like that.
Well, who knows?
I know I do.
Unfortunately, the lack of fur also makes the rats more likely to be eaten by cats. Thus, the life cycle returns.
Nice.
So, but the thing with this is,
yes,
humans can get it. The parasite.
Right.
I think it's like 60% of humans are already infected with the parasite.
Which is a pretty drastic number.
And if you own a cat, you're most likely affected with the parasite.
Which
Since we all know that this household has cats.
Yeah.
I just don't come over here when the invasion takes over. No.
I'm sure, as we know, it comes with cleaning the cat box, isn't it?
Yes, it does. Well, that's where it would probably most likely have got you. So, now, I could see that this kind of zombie would be more of a fast thinking,
It does seem to be more complex in its methods.
Yes. Now, the fungus, I could see a slow and probably not a very good zombie. Because, face it, a slow zombie chasing you, you can run. Which I never understood about the movies. They had zombies chasing them, and the zombies moved 3 steps to the 20, but the zombies finally caught up with them. Well, which is just stupid.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of those type of movies.
I love the movies.
Because it's full of characters like that who make just stupid.
Well, I mean, any horror movie is kind of like that, though.
That's right.
You run up the stairs instead of out the door, down to the basement. Oh, yeah. Well, seriously.
You won't find me in here.
Yeah. Let's hide in the closet. Hide under the bed. But any which ways.
Well, at least the bed has different routes to get out. The closet's got one.
Well, yeah, but still.
But that's still a demo.
Yeah, I mean, if someone's coming to kill you, you don't hide. You run. You keep on running. And
what if you get exhausted?
Well,
you have to take a rest.
That's fine. Then you pick up a stick and you stay in an opening.
What kind of opening are you talking about?
An opening, open area.
Oh, open area, not opening.
Yeah.
Like a manhole cover. That's
no, I mean like in this house, I would probably stay in this kitchen here because I have 3 ways of exit.
What about going to sleep? What would you do? Climb a tree? I suppose that'd probably be the best thing to do.
No.
They can't climb trees, can they?
Who?
Zombies.
Oh, well, see now.
If you wanted to sleep.
See, zombies would be a different story. Okay.
Well, that's what we're talking about, zombies.
Well, I'm just talking about anyone trying to get you. Any which ways, zombies. The best thing to do with zombies is make sure you're well supplied before you get attacked.
Let's say you're not.
Well, probably the best thing is to hide, yes. Because they probably won't find you. Unless they can sense you by smelling you or something.
Right.
And how do they sense people?
That's one of the... Nobody wants to talk about it because nobody technically can know because there aren't any zombies still.
Well, we won't go into that. According to my brother, the government,
Well, I'm sure they dabbled.
they tried to do it once, and they brought someone back to life and attacked the guard, and they killed them both, and that was it, over with. But I don't see that happening.
That sounded like a Frankenstein.
Well, I mean, okay, so our government deals in this. I understand our government's trying to get
This
its
is not all
best.
official. This is just hearsay.
No, it's not hearsay. It's just my opinion. Okay, if I was a government, yes, I would dabble in it. I mean, think about it. A soldier that you would not have to feed, not have to worry about. If he dies on the front lines, no one cares. I mean, am I not right?
Well,
And what's the best way to redo your country? You could serve them twice. Once in regular life, once in the afterlife.
That's a good idea.
And then, what do? You infect the people you're fighting, and they fight for you.
Well, that is if we can get the zombies to be they wouldn't fight for a specific side.
Doesn't
you would
matter.
just have to drum in a specific area.
Exactly.
Because they wouldn't keep your guys safe. You would just have to keep them away.
What guys would be over there? You would drop the zombies off and leave.
Right.
And then we'd come back with a zombie agent that could inoculate them that would just kill them.
Antivirus,
Yeah.
in a way? Or anti-parasite?
Yep.
Anti-mushroom?
Yeah. I mean, really.
Well, that's an interesting concept. The same concept as the movie Aliens. Have you seen that one?
Which aliens?
The second one?
Oh, no.
The reason why he wanted to bring the alien back to Earth because they wanted for military purposes.
Yeah.
It was the perfect weapon. You just drop it in an enemy camp and then they do their thing.
And then nuke it.
Well, if you're going to nuke it anyways, you wouldn't go through this work of dropping an alien.
Well, yeah, you're right. But you don't want it escaping.
Well, sure.
See, and that's the thing. You could literally not even have to worry about your own people. You go over there.
Unless they drop one into your home.
Well, yeah, but how would they know?
Well, maybe they're working on it too. If we have the technology, somebody else can do it.
You're
too.
right. So that's the biggest thing. So virus zombie.
Yeah.
Fungus zombie. Parasite zombie. I don't know any other type of zombie except supernatural zombie, one that just raised from the dead.
Right.
How
about alien zombies?
What do you mean alien zombies?
I don't know.
Zombies
I
that
just
were aliens?
threw some out there.
Well, I guess they would be superior to us. But
Well,
we could
they
still
wouldn't have
smash
to be
them.
superior, but yeah, we would.
We could still smash them. Yeah, I don't know.
Two to the chest, one to the head. Pop, pop, pop.
Well, kind of reminds me of Zombieland.
Yeah.
Double tap.
Yeah, the double tap.
Yeah. Always make sure you hit them twice.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Chainsaws are pretty effective too.
See,
But you wouldn't want them to get that.
See, here's the thing. Okay, I never understood all these zombies movies. You get infected by the bite. Well, the thing with it is the infection's still in the blood.
Right.
So when you're saying that it's chopping them up with a chainsaw, you're getting infected.
Well, if you have an open cut or something. Because it's like...
Okay, what about your eyes?
Yeah.
You have your eyes closed?
Well, that's like saying you can get a cold through your eyes.
You can.
You kidding me?
No, I'm not.
That's
How do you think pink
far-fetched.
eye happens?
Well, pink eye is different.
How is pink eye different? It's a virus.
Yeah.
You rub your eye with your hand. It's.
I think that's a bit far-fetched.
I don't think so.
I think it is.
I don't think so.
So you're saying all you have to do is wear goggles and you're safe?
Why not? Maybe it
But I
can
understand-
absorb through the
no,
skin.
But I agree with what you're saying is that when you're chopping up a guy and the blood's squirting everywhere.
Exactly. Okay, now that's just kind of dumb. Why would you do that? I mean, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just stupid point to it.
It is.
I would shoot them in the head and run.
What if you're out of bullets though? That's the thing. You see, that's the reason why they have to use these.
Yeah, I wouldn't use the chainsaw.
It's probably inefficient anyways. And loud.
Yeah,
Might
attract more. Hit them in the head with the blood of your gun.
Blunt instrument probably work best,
Yep.
I'm guessing. See, that's another thing. Even if you hit them in the head, would it really affect their...
See, now here's the thing. Okay. They're using the basis that humans would die if our head is severed from our body.
Right.
Now, if a virus has taken over the human body...
Because what if a regenerative virus, like, let's say, Resident Evil?
Okay.
So if you hit him with a blunt instrument, right, it just regenerates.
Well, that depends. I mean, okay. If you break the spinal cord from the body...
Right.
From the brain to the body...
Does that mean the brain still be working for a while?
Yeah.
But it won't be able to control the body, obviously. But
probably not. The body could still work.
I suppose with residual virus in it.
I mean, that depends. Work. I mean, really it does depend, because if the virus is just being an organism that's controlling it, using the brain to control it, once you sever the head from the brain,
right.
I mean the brain from the body, it would stop. Because you're using the brain to control the body. Yes. But now if the body is being controlled by the parasite itself, the parasite is attaching to the nerves, sending the impulses, and they're all working together, then the body could probably keep on moving after that.
Yeah.
Because it just needs to send impulses.
Yeah, under those circumstances, it should be possible.
So, I mean, even the fungus could probably, if the fungus could generate enough electrical impulse to send through a human body.
Well, that's a bit different, because that is kind of based in the head. It isn't really...
Exactly. So. It's based on growing through the head and taking over parts of the control.
Right.
Same with the parasite. It's doing the exact same thing. It's rewriting some parts of the brain to make the body do what it wants.
Sure.
The only thing is the virus. The virus is the same way. It probably rewrites parts of the brain to make the body do what it wants. Yeah. So in all cases, if you sever the head from the body, the zombie would probably die.
Yeah. Yeah.
The brain might not. Because, I mean, if it's bringing the body back to life, that means it's...
You could probably sprout its fungus right outside and try to produce more spores to help...
Probably.
Repopulate
right out of the head.
Yeah. Boy, it's a mind trip, isn't it?
Kind of crazy. Now, unnatural zombies are paranormal zombies, ones that just come back to life. Would be a little harder. I don't know.
Like spirits or ghosts?
Well, yeah. There's zombies that was not brought back to life using mushrooms or whatever.
So like using black magic.
Yeah.
Like voodoo.
Yeah. That would be kind of iffy, because you would think that magic brought them to life, so magic has more to do with keeping them together. So if you chop their head off, the body could probably still control by the head.
Yeah, it makes more sense that you could do it that way.
Yeah. So I mean,
although, wouldn't that be, because what they basically do is bring this soul back into the body, correct, or the spirit?
Yeah. Well, no.
So that way they wouldn't.
No, they don't. They bring the body back to life without the spirit.
Well, it could be anyway, I guess.
Yeah, could be. But that's why zombies seek blood, because they are flesh. Because they are tormented by the flesh.
Sure.
So, are we to talk about other undeads here?
What we got?
Well, I mean, if you really want to talk about all undeads, there's vampires.
Oh, true. I didn't think
ghosts.
Vampires. We could go over vampires quickly.
Vampires?
Yeah. I'm sure our viewers would like to talk about vampires, because vampires everywhere, and today, books, movies, TV shows.
Vampires. Now, technically vampires was once living, now they're dead.
They are undead.
Well, no, they're dead. They have no heartbeat. So,
I guess they would technically constitute dead.
But now, here's the thing with me. I would believe vampires would still have a heartbeat. And they would still be able to see themselves in the mirrors. I could see allergic reaction to garlic and silver.
They kind of went into that in Blade. The whole...
because, I mean...
they're allergic to silver nitrate.
Well, see, silver has different properties, so I could see whatever virus is infected, the vampires would have a reaction to silver and garlic, maybe.
Right.
Now, sunlight, I could see sunlight having a problem because there's people that literally can get hurt by sunlight. What is it?
Redheads?
No, not redheads. Albinos.
Oh, sure.
They have very sensitive to light, and there's other ones that are very sensitive to light. So I could see that being part of the virus, turning your body that way.
Yeah.
Pointy teeth, I can't just see someone growing a new set of pointy.
Well, I think that has to go with the legacy of vampires being able to turn into bats.
Yeah.
Specifically vampire bats.
Yeah. That was a myth, you're right, because vampire bats were around sucking people's blood at the time. Not people, but animals' blood.
Well, occasionally human people.
Well,
but not so much.
Not so much. Yeah, if they were just laying there on the ground asleep or something, they probably did. But it was mostly into, like, cattle and stuff like that.
Sure, mostly, yeah.
And so people got the vampire. Oh, the vampire came and sucked my cow's blood. Oh, well, if he does it to me, so. So you have cows out there now flying around like bats. But I could see that some kind of fangs could grow, replacing the teeth already there. You know, I don't think they could shrink and go back up. Retractable, I guess they could do retractable teeth.
Yeah, you could.
Depending on how sophisticated. Depending on how sophisticated the virus is to change your body.
Well, I find it unlikely with the human mouth structure, but...
Well, no. Because it could just go up and in.
Well, where's it going to go?
Just on the top of your mouth.
Oh, I see. It's not going into...
No, it's just going back, or a new little cavity appears up in there somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, it just folds back in.
Do you think that
and the
maybe
muscles push it back down?
You could lose all your teeth but these new fangs? Because you wouldn't need to chew anything anymore.
Well,
I'm just having
you could, but...
That would make more room for the teeth to...
Yeah, but the teeth that teeth would be appearance sake. It doesn't fully transform you from what you are. You know. It would be, but they once upon a time had a use.
Right.
Just because the virus changed certain codes into your DNA, it won't change all of them.
Yeah, I was just putting it out there. Yeah.
So your teeth would still be useful because you still might need nutrition other ways than just blood.
Can vampires eat food?
Yeah.
Okay.
They eat. It's just they do it for pleasure, not for anything else.
Right. Shouldn't they have a working gastrointestinal tract?
Well, yeah, that's... How do you think they digest the blood?
That's true.
It's just not the same way. You know, it might be like a cow's stomach, 4 stomachs.
Yeah.
To digest the blood or whatever. Who knows? Another thing is... what else? Anything else?
Undead.
That's about all I can think of vampires.
That's
thirst for blood could be easily explained. There's people that have thirst for blood now.
Silence of the Lambs?
No, it's just your body tends to tell you need something, and
like an addiction.
Yeah.
Do it again?
No.
Or is it okay? Stand by. Or
Yeah. I don't
screensaver.
know. It's all Justin's fault. Anyway, choice. So, undead is good. I'd like to kill a couple.
That'd be kind of fun.
So I would like to say the next time we have our special guest, hopefully he shows up one day, so we can do Ancient Aliens.
Yeah, I'm really excited about doing that one.
Aliens.
I just finished one book about it.
Okay.
About the pyramids in Giza, Egypt. You don't want to talk about it yet?
No.
Okay.
We'll wait until he's here.
Okay.
So
I just want to give a little,
okay.
like a sneak peek.
Okay. Go ahead.
The pyramids aren't exactly what they're supposed to be.
Well, yeah. Everyone finds something for the pyramids. Anyway, Troy. So hopefully next time we do one, we can do one with him.
Yeah.
So you talk to him.
I'm just gonna because
What?
you probably have the stipulation of you kind of have to choose when you come here because you kind of live a ways
Quite
away.
a ways away, yes.
So kind of figure out when you can do it, and then maybe I'll figure
Almost
out
any Wednesdays.
Right. That's what I figured, but yeah, we'll see what
And
Wednesdays.
Wednesdays would probably be working for him because his kids go to school.
Right.
So
Okay.
I just don't think he likes me anymore. Tell you, he hates me again. Hated me when he started, now he hates me when I left.
It's a mutual hate, though, right?
Yeah.
Don't you hate him?
No, not really.
Okay.
So anyway, Troyes, I guess this is good for today.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping in and enjoying the podcast. One day I'll figure out how to film myself doing something extreme like Cayman over there.
No.
And
skydiving. Maybe we'll put a poll up.
we could do that.
List of things to do. And then
It is winter,
let
so
them
it kind of
choose.
diminishes what I can do specifically.
Well, it doesn't mean you can't do it until summer.
Right.
Wait until summer.
Yeah.
So anyway, Troyes,
Yeah.
we're getting going, so
Yeah.
Justin can get some sleep.
Yeah.
Because he's a big old pussy.
You gonna do that?
What?
Bring that up?
Go to sleep?
Yeah. I need sleep, man.
You need sleep?
I need sleep.
Beauty sleep?
Yes.
Yeah, you need a lot of it.
How do I keep this figure? It's not because I don't eat. Anyway, I'm your host, Dr. J.
I'm Heyman.
And no special guest, so we won't need to dismiss him. If you have any questions, go to our email, drj@thescicast.com.
Heyman at thescicast.com.
Or just visit the website, www.thescicast.com.
Or Facebook.
Very easy to do, because it's a very nice, simple website. Or Facebook.
Yeah, I think I may be changing the webpage up a little bit. I'm looking at it.
The layout?
The layout, just a couple other extra things. How some of the stuff works. I was thinking more of like pull-down menus where you just click on it, pull down.
That sounds good. Makes it look more presentable.
And same with the movies. Instead of having the movies laid out, you just click and roll down to the movie you want and it pops up.
Okay, that sounds good.
I'm working on that. Don't give me a little time. Right now in my life I have about this much time. Seriously, my time's very limited anymore.
Right. Okay.
So.
All right, then. Well, hope you enjoyed this, and I know I sure did. So see you next time.